Lloyd Vehicle Consulting t-shirts, mugs and stickers are now available. Please click on the Google link in the description below to purchase your very own. Good morning. Today is the 2nd of May and this is Popham Airfield, which is near Basingstoke in Hampshire. This is the Popham Flying Classic Car Show. I attended this actually last August. For some reason I had difficulty getting in today because I didn't actually realise that there's supposed to be a 20-year or more age limit on the cars. But there's loads of stuff here that's newer than me, but I actually blagged my way in. I came here last time and it wasn't a problem, so I don't know what's going on. But next year, fortunately, my car will be 20 years old, so I won't have this issue again. With that out of the way, let's start. Oops. Huge, big truck thing. It looks like something that was used in over the top or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about these things, but there we go. So, Morris Minor convertible. This is between 1956 and 62. 948cc model. Really quite nice condition. These original style seats and everything, showing the older style steering wheel and the sort of funny lights at the back. 1968 Jaguar 340. This is not a Mark II. It's the sort of later version of these. After 1966, Jaguar went a bit sort of strange with their models and started introducing kind of S-types with the front end of a Mark X or 420G. They started kind of de-speccing the Mark IIs and giving them different names, and this is it. You can see the bumpers on this are a bit different from the Mark II, but essentially it's the same sort of thing. Ooh. It's a Montego Mayfair. It's the Montego Mayfair that keeps cropping up. It shows. But there we are. Let's have a look at that wood. Very nice. Very late MGA here. 1600 Mark II. I reckon this is around 61. I don't know exactly because these are on pre-suffix plates, and so it's impossible to say really. But I think the twin cam was the last type made. This is just before that. I do like this colour views. It's very nice. Those rear lights are interesting. I don't think I've seen those on an MGA before. Ooh. Fiat 124 Sport Spider 1600. This is probably an American specification one, actually. Don't know about that gear lever. That looks like it's off a newer car. I think it's off a Honda Civic Type R. Anyway, it fits, so that's good. And it got an Abarth steering wheel as well. So these were made, I think, from about 1966 or 67 until 1985. But this is an early 70s model that plate's 71, 72. Another sports car from the early 70s, Triumph TR6. This one is quite an early one. It came out in 69. This is an H, so 69, 70 plate. That might well be a beige leather interior. I do like a nice beige leather interior, viewers, as many of you already know. 1966 Singer Gazelle, based on the Audax type of Hill and Manx. I say Audax because that's the way when I did Latin A-level they taught me to say it. Some of the people do use different pronunciations. I'm sure multiple ones are valid. Quite a late one, the last series, 1725cc version. You can tell by that front grille, which is sort of a bit more sort of flattened out. Austin 7, I think this, I don't know what year this is, probably 30s. Obviously, you can't come to a show in this country without going to see some nice Austin 7s. I think we saw this yesterday, viewers, at Chrischurch. Mercedes 220. This is early 50s, I think, and it has another beige leather interior. I do like a nice beige leather interior. So, yes, I can't remember. I don't think it's the, I don't know, Class 01. That's a different type of car, I think. 1968 to 9 Ford Mustang. That looks very fast. Looks very, very fast indeed. Chevrolet Apache, I don't know what year this is. Sometimes with these, they have these sort of plates on them that tell you the year, but I really don't know. It looks 50s to me. Don't know what the 31 means. Yeah, so yeah, looks sort of late 50s. Wow, Citroen BX Estate. Gosh, I haven't seen one of these in ages. Family, a friend of mine used to have one of these in the sort of late 90s. It was about this sort of age. This is a pre-facelift one, I think. Oh, oh dear. It's got a forbidden fuel engine in it, viewers. So I better just move on quickly before I get discovered. Minor pickup. I can't remember if they're called these, the minor or something else. They had other names if they were the pickups or the vans. So it's a 58. And it's had the later wipers installed. That's right, yes. Originally would have had the wipers like on that minor Tourer that we saw earlier on. But yes, it's a minor 1000, but it's the 948cc version. Ooh, Ford Thunderbird. It's obviously got some kind of air ride suspension, otherwise you wouldn't have even gotten to the show like that with the speed bumps. I don't know what year this is actually. I think it's early 60s. Sometimes they say on number plate, but I don't know. Maybe 62, 63, I don't know. Ooh, Land Rover Discovery Dakar 4x4 kit car from 1991. Yes. One of them was used in Challenge Annika, so I remember that. Someone's put a Northern Irish plate on this one anyway, so it makes me more anonymous. But that kind of mirror up there is sort of a giveaway because that's a Defender mirror. Viewers. SS Jaguar. I think this is an SS 100. It's about 1935, something like that. Oh, such a beautiful car. The make at the time was just SS cars, and Jaguar was the sort of name of the model, a sort of nickname. But wow, proper classics. No sort of arguing there about is your car over 20 years old, because it certainly is. 1960 Ford Ranchero. This looks very nice. Based on obviously the Falcon. I think the Falcon came out in 1960 as well. So this is a very early Ranchero. It's on a 60. Another Fiat 124 Sport Spider. This is a slightly earlier one. G registration 68, 69. Designed by Farina. Very nice. Gosh, these used to rust really badly. So the fact we've got two of them here is testament to people looking after them. 1995 to 1996 Chevrolet Camaro Z28. These weren't, I don't think, officially imported at the time. It's actually an automatic, this one. So it would have been personally imported at some stage, but I don't know when. I think the shape of Camaro was actually officially imported a bit later, but still left-hand drive. Ooh, we've got some Audis here. Very nice. 83 to 84 registration. This is a right-hand drive one. Right-hand drive Quattro. I think this is a Quattro. Came out in 83, so very early right-hand drive Quattro. That's really nice. This is an Audi Coupe, but with Quattro. It's really confusing. You can see the side mouldings of the cars are very different, and that's another Quattro there. But they did differentiate between them. This is an Audi Coupe with Quattro, and of course we get rear wipers because that's nice. Wow, the AG UK Limited. Now that I think is a reproduction plate because HJ is an Essex registration, and Volkswagen certainly weren't based in Essex in the sort of mid-80s. So I can't remember where they're based. I can't remember they're based in Milton Keynes or somewhere else, but yes, it actually is a different car. It's very confusing. This again is another Quattro. Might actually see here what year this is. It's an 85. So actually the plate is actually right at the the car. But yes, this one's for sale. It's very nice. But I think the I can't remember if it would have actually worn these rear lights at the time or not. I don't know. I don't know about these things. Here. Much later one here on a G plate, B89 to 90. So quite a late one. I think the production of these finished in 1991, from memory. I like this grey colour. Ooh, it's got a leather interior too. Very nice. Straight 5 with a turbo, of course. Oh yes, we've seen this one before. We saw this at Brooklands the other day. It's 89 Montego Mayfair. Absolutely beautiful. I have to not spend too much time with this, otherwise I'm going to be making the owner an offer of it. I do like it. It's a 2 litre EFI. That is just fantastic. Absolutely love that. 2002 to 3 Jaguar XKR, so it's a supercharged one, and yes, another. I'm going to say it's a beige leather interior. It looks sort of cream, but I think it's a beige one, and it's got wood, and I want it very much, and it's got parking sensors. It's perfect for me. Yes, it is VR. And I think we've got wood in there as well. We certainly have. (1965) Austin A40 Farina. This isn't the countryman version, although that was available. It was one of the first hatchbacks ever sold, actually. There were others before that, but this is kind of seen as one of the sort of earlier ones. Very nice colour. I think this is something like a Mercedes one. It's a heck flosser, which means fintail. It's quite an early one of these. Right-hand drive as well. Wow, that's good. Yeah, it's a 190. It's a very early one. 1978, 1779 Mini 95 pickup. You're going to hear me say this a lot, viewers, but with the pickups and the vans, they had these sort of house-style door handles and the exposed hinges and the painted metal grille of the Mark 1s right away to the end of production. I think it's 82. That's why it looks a bit strange. Oh, speaking of MGA twin cams, here is MGA twin cam, 1959. It's converted to right-hand drive in 2003. Yes, look, I thought the MGA had rear lights like this one. So there we go. Austin A35 pickup, I believe. It's an interesting looking thing. I'm not going to open the bonnet, viewers. If I do know how to do it, I'm not going to do that because it would be touching someone else's car, which is not a good idea. 1969 to 70 Jaguar E-Type Series 2. Someone's left the bonnet up on that one. Nice 4.2 straight 6 in this. Yes, it is. Dread giveaway with the Series 2 is these rear lights. And yes, relatively practical with the hatchback. A couple of, quite a few here, 3 GT40s. Yes, I think these actually are not genuine. There's a GTD. The real GT40s are sort of virtually priceless, so you don't normally see those at shows, which is why most of them you see will be replicas. Still worth an awful lot of money, but nevertheless not the original. So I think the number of these they made was like under 50 or something like that. So yeah, those two have got 67, 68 registrations on them. This one I don't know, it's a sort of undated one. My gosh, there's no way I'd fit in there. Absolutely no way. No way. Let someone else drive that then. Ooh, it's got a removable steering wheel. 1990 Toyota Sierra. This is an early one. It's a 1990. So mechanical's sort of based on the Corolla and Starlet, I think. I forget exactly which one. This has had quite an interesting paint job on it. Yeah, I can't remember how you shut the doors on this. I think you sort of pull them down. They're not automatic or anything, but really quite impressive. Several hundred are personally imported, yes. I have been offered one of these at some point, so I look forward to it. First of many, many relight limiters we're going to see. This one's a GTE. 71, 72 registration. I imagine with this that it's got an S6 V6 in it. Is this the 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air views? So I think it is. Yeah, it's the 57 Chevrolet Bel Air. It's the 4-door, but the one which everybody seems to know is the 2-door Bel Air, but this is the 4-door, and it's in that colour that I think is most famous for these. That is something very, very, very extraordinary, viewers. The condition of this, like a lot of other cars that are here today, is absolutely and utterly perfect. Ooh, it's a Mitsubishi Jeep. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen one of these. I know of their existence, but I don't think I've ever actually seen one of these before. Presumably turbo means it's an engine we can't talk about, viewers, but we'll have to just move on quickly. So this is a Morris half-ton van from 1968. It's based on one of the old Austin Cambridges, and the design of the van actually stayed in production until I think 1973, and it wore both the Morris and Austin badges. This one is a Morris badge on it. It's really weird, but at the same time Austin badges started appearing on the Morris minor vans. So we sort of shared the duties of badging out for some reason. Oh, a Daimler Sovereign. Yes, I think we've seen this before somewhere, viewers. That's very nice. It's a manual as well. A Daimler Sovereign, 1967, 68 registration. Again, it's one of these cars that when Jaguar started throwing badges and facelifts everything towards the end of the 60s, and then they were all replaced by 69 with the XJ series. Although the 420G was a little bit longer, the sort of smaller cars were all replaced by 69. The last one I think was V8 250. Could be wrong about that though. So some MGBs. Of course there'll be loads here. Very high survival rate these cars. Sort of became classics of their own lifetime. This one's the early 70s, it's 71, 72 registration. It's a GT. Oh, sorry, that's a 70, 71. This is a 70, 72 on a K. I really must get my facts right, viewers, before I kind of get too much into this, because we're only in part one and I'm already making huge numbers of mistakes, so that's not very good. Again, a little bit later, 73, 74 registration. So far we haven't found any V8s or anything like that, but maybe we'll find some later. Is it MG? Yeah, MG 1300. Yes, so a little bit earlier, 68. I think the first year for the 1300s was about that, 67, 68, I think. Oh, and a Daimler SP250 Dart. Very nice. Some Morris 8 Series E just coming in as well. Has that got a beige leather interior, viewers? I do like a nice beige leather interior, as you all know. Right, let's move on to the next row. Oh, it's one of these NGs. Now that's a 76 to 77 registration, although from what I gather they only started sort of, I presume this is like a kit or something, making these in about 81. Lots of 1970s BL bits in here. Those I think are out of a midget or something like that. So is that gear lever. And then sort of generic rear light. I don't know what the chassis of this is based on at all. That's an Austin steering wheel. So yeah, and King Alfred is there too. He's sternly looking over. So I don't actually know what year this is. It's probably been constructed in somebody's garage or something. Fantastic. Early Wolseley 1500. This will be before 1963. It's a very posh version of Morris Minor. You might see a Riley 1.5 as well. That was the other type. Thames 15 van, not a Ford Thames, just a Thames. This was the predecessor to the Ford Transit, but with sort of bits from the Mark II Consul, Zephyr and Zodiac. Those wheels are off some kind of Land Rover. I presume they're to sort of weigh the back down or something. So I'm not sure what year it is. Again, pre-Suffolk. Local red plate to the area though, EAA would be Southampton. Ooh, this is interesting. Ford Escort RS 1600i. Oh, these are rare viewers. These are really, really rare. Kind of one step above the XR3, I think, from what I understand, before the RS Turbo came in. As you can see, it's got an RS steering wheel in it, with those kind of classic Mark III instruments of a sort of higher end. Because if you bought like an L or something, you didn't get anything like that. Oh wow, Edsels, 1958 Edsel. This one's an Edsel Pacer. This one's an Edsel Ranger. It didn't go very well for Edsel viewers. I wonder why. Causing havoc since 1958. I wonder if it's got a contemporary Bush radio in it. I wonder if one of these has got the Teletouch drive transmission in it. Well, we'll see. No, I don't think I do. Typical kind of colour of the late 50s in America. These are absolutely massive, aren't they? Huge things. Didn't think I'd be seeing any Edsels today, do you? That's quite a treat, I suppose. Ooh, some nice Triumphs. 1972. Triumph 1500. I think this is before the TC. So this will be front wheel drive. Excellent. So that that later sort of evolved into the Dolomite, but they switched it to rear wheel drive. Nice Morgan here. Morgans are pretty ageless. That's a 1970 plate. This, however, is a personal plate on this 911 Carrera. I think that's early 80s. As far as I understand it, it's the original right-hand drive one. Brilliant. With the kind of safety bumpers on it. It's Morgan 44. Oh, Alfa Romeo Montreal in right-hand drive with a beige leather interior. We've peaked a little bit early here, viewers, in terms of the Shambolic Shuffle. Don't know what year this one is. This is actually a personal plate on this, so I don't know. But I don't think I've seen one of these in a while. Certainly not during one of the Shambolic Shuffles. Yes, we will take a look at the interior, viewers. Yes, we will. Very nice, and a wood rim on the wheel too. I didn't realise it was a hatchback thing. But certainly, yes, a V8. I think it was unique to this car, from what I remember. Austin Cambridge with a beige interior, although that's probably not leather, unless I'm mistaken. Very clean engine. I think this is a B series. For what I remember, these came with either a 1200 or 1500 cc B series, depending on the year, but I could be wrong about that. It's one of the later sort of Farina type cars. Very late actually, 7071 plate on this Wolseley. It was 1660 I think, with the kind of bench style seat, although it's got a floor gear change. Yes, it's a 1660. How delightful. Volkswagen Corrado 16 valve. Very nice. With BBS alloy wheels. Brilliant. Again, I don't know what year it is. That is a personal plate, so I think they're made, I think 89 to 95, something like that. That's an early MGF. I reckon this is probably about the same year as the personal plates. So it'd be 96, 97. They came out in 95. And that looks like a beige leather interior to me, viewers. Triumph Spitfire Mark IV, Portsmouth plate, I think actually that is. 1972 to 73. A lot of bits from the Triumph Herald in these. And of course you can lift up the whole front end and take a look. Very easy maintenance on this. That's 72, this one. That's a couple of Popham flying for a reason. There are planes in the background. More Triumphs. It's a Dolomite Sprint, so the bumper's taken off and the not got a vinyl roof. Most of the Dolomite Sprints I think had a vinyl roof. This one, 75, 76 registration. Those seats are not original to the car. I don't know what they're off actually, those. Been up Shelsley Walsh. Might well be there for the retro rides gathering, I think they call it. Wow, it's a Suzuki X90. I wonder if it was actually purchased in this colour scheme with silver and purple. You don't see a lot of it. They didn't sell a lot of them. The reasons for that might be, just it's an auto. I didn't realise they sold an auto. I think they were manual. But based on the original Vitara, just with unusual styling, that is absolutely crazy. This one is a 1997. And it says on the sheet here, the most stupid looking car I've ever seen in my entire life. Ford Anglia Estate. It's quite a late one, the 66. The saloons had that very famous rear window on. This one looks far more like a sort of Mark 1 Cortina at the back. So it's an Anglia 1200 Deluxe. It's the larger engine version. Wow. 1988 to 9, Lotus Excel SE. I love those wheels, those are fantastic. It's got, oh, it's not a beige leather interior, it's part beige leather interior. And it has got some wood on the dash. Would you like that, viewers? Now we're coming into an area where I won't know much about the cars that are here. This is a, it's got a maybe pre or immediate post-war Daimler. I honestly don't know what this is at all. This is why I like to see information sheets, because then I can cheat. I don't have to sort of reveal the gaps in my knowledge to all of you. So this is like a Ford, maybe it's like a Model A or something like that. I don't actually know. I'm really bad with these kind of old pre-war things, viewers. Really bad. Equally bad as well with things like this Cadillac. I don't really, again, know much about these at all, other than that it's probably from the 50s, and it's very, very big, and you can fit about 15 people in it. There's a lot of space in there. Awful lot of space. Another one of these, another plane moving through the sky there. Another one of these pre-war American things, yes, left-hand drive. Another Ford, again I don't know what that is really. This, however, is 1966 Chevrolet pickup. I don't know, a Chevrolet C10, I don't know. Not very good with this sort of thing, viewers. I do apologise. These are called Shambolic Shuffles for a reason. What is this? 1930 Talbot 90 Brooklands, with the registration number going in 2 directions. Wow. That's extraordinary. Boat tail. It's a fabric body. Well, you can see the difference between the painted bit and a fabric body. 6-cylinder OHV engine. Developed from the Model 75 for the Fox and Nichols dealership. Yeah, it's very Talbot to have that sort of grille like that. And then we'll just finish off this particular section with this Splitty Bus. Imagine it's about about 1958 or thereabouts, judging by that old tax disc thing there. Of course, these are quite valuable these days, viewers. It's amazing to see people bringing their cars out on a day like this, regardless of what their value is. Anyway, thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching this first part of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the Popham Flying and Classic Car Show. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, to like this video or leave a comment below. It all very much helps. And thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching.